Alright, so, the Stanley Parable. I've heard of this game, but I haven't ever actually played it. Are we getting audio? Yes, and we're streaming. Okay. I just have to do sanity check. Anyways, I heard this is one of those like liminal space type games, which are some of my favorite, and I think I'm gonna see how it is. Oh, jeez. Please don't mess up my screen. What on earth is going on? Options. Let's see. Why is it so low resolution? What the hell? That's the largest resolution? Why? Let's see, normal. I want widescreen. Huh. Well, I guess that's the resolution we get. How good is this? It's not bad, but it is glitching on my screen, which is not amazing. I love OBS so much. Oh my god. Okay. Can I please just select the video capture? No, the thing. Where's the thing? Display capture, display capture. No, okay. Here we go. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't want to play in a window the whole time. I mean, it looks fine at 1080p, obviously, but I'd like to have a higher resolution. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. I can't figure this out. Wait a second, what if I just do the old, go into system, oh my goodness gracious, system, or just nothing, close window, and then close settings, because that's frozen too. I love Windows 11 so much. Display, let's turn this down to HD 1920 by 1080. There. Looks a little worse, but we're gonna get much better image quality. Here we go. Open Steam. Okay. And then we back and here we go. It is locked. Okay, cool. That should do it. Chat disabled. I think we should get some chat in here. Properties. Boom. We have chat. Okay. It only looks... God damn it, dude. Only looks like very slightly normal. Wait. Let me see if I can just turn this down to regular 1080p now. I don't need the extra resolution, really. Video... 220 by... 16 by 9. Yes. Okay. We're playing at full HD. And finally, it looks normal. Begin the game. About time. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. The end is loading? Is the universe a simulation? That's what I wonder. Microphone's on the fritz. And why is it taking so long? Alright, that's a lot better. My microphone was doing that glitch thing. Okay, Stanley Parable. Close window. Oh my god, dude. And settings, no, Steam, play. Begin the game. Okay, it's getting further than it did last time.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
It's like Severance.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'd be pretty happy too, especially if the income.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
very strange
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, get out of her desk and out of the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Where is this? It's 416, 415.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, left. What happens if we go... No, I'm gonna follow the instructions. As lame as that is. This looks like Half-Life 2. Is this like
Yet
Source
there was
Engine?
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let a ball up inside you, take out a passive-aggressively on their coworkers. Oh my god, dude. Okay. We can go up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Walking upstairs to my boss's office. I wonder if I'm supposed to be following these commands. Alright, no one here either. And it looks like...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
This is amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
this. That's what he's talking about. Wait a second. The graphics look kind of low. What's that? Power savings, bottom right. Advanced. Multi-color render. Okay, here we go. Very high. High. Okay. Go back. Did it crash? It crashed. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. I wonder if it auto-saves.
This is...
Okay. Yeah, it didn't save. Did it save the settings, though? Video... Advanced... It won't let me play with high settings. That's annoying. What on earth is going on? I don't want to play this on low. I have a pretty decent computer. Video. This game does support 4K. Whatever. I think it's more appropriate to play it at 1080p anyways. Let's see, let's keep this at low. Okay, that saved. Advanced, medium. Okay, video. Advanced, high. Let's go very high. Okay. So now that worked. I think it looks better. I don't know and I don't care.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I just missed a memo. That's all that happened. I'm fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
That's crazy.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. We're going. And I guess we're playing at low detail. Oh well. Oh, this is a button. There we go. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna die. It's like in Portal, where the elevator kind of just drops to the bottom of the aperture science thing.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
We got a secret to uncover, guys. This is literally like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control
facility.
What the fuck? Well, yeet.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh, God.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, I do have the strength to find out. Give me the strength. And give me a button to press. There. Oop, there we go.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing. He's not wrong. These rooms are surprisingly diverse, though. They don't look too samey. An elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
No.
Let's go.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
I don't know, man. The evidence
in someone else's control.
Not in our favor.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This is literally 1984.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, I need to dismantle the controls. How do I do that? Is there a common symbol between these? Okay, I gotta turn on the mind control, I think. Or take a hammer to it? I don't know. None of these are pressable. What about... No. Or wait. One comes first. And also does nothing. Two does nothing. What is this? Console disabled. Enable console. Where's that? Shit. Let's see. Dude, what is this, bro? Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Oh, wait, big red button. No? This isn't it? Look at it. It's the biggest, reddest button in the fucking room. Well, I'm being made to press buttons randomly again. Is this just another version of the test? Same job. How the hell? What do I do? Let's see, system power on.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
Oh my
he knew
God.
it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible...
I think that's what I was supposed to do. Let's hope. What did I just do? Oh no. Put an end to this horrible
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I'm gonna wake up in front of your arrow.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Happy for now. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's multiple endings to this, aren't there?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's... Wait. There's multiple ways we can beat this. We haven't tried the right door.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The employee lounge. Let's just like take count of the directions.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
This is literally
Stanley
Severance. This is like Lumen.
Drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, first open door on the left? No, we're going straight. We're going straight, baby. Look at this. This looks way cooler. Wait, this looks like
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. You don't get to tell me what to do. None of this stuff is doable. The mind control was very easy to beat. I imagine this will be harder. Do not jump from cargo. Lift while it's in motion will cause death. I have a racked drop on a violation.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
No,
to show
you don't.
Something beautiful.
Like mind control?
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
How are you on my side? Fucking knock off Wheatley. Let's see, 283. I'm just looking for like hints. I don't know if there's anything I can pick up here or if it's just like walk through. We got two doors again.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Which door? What about this one? We're going through blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
You know, fuck you. How many times are you gonna do this? I could do this all day.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's
beats
killing
typing all day.
I wanted to stop.
It's a giant circle.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
There's no other way out of here? Yeah, okay. Into the black abyss.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is that? Oh, it's a platform.
Here. Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's very beautiful, I'll say that. Can I go off the edge? Nope. Can't stay here forever.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I can't stay there forever. And what the fuck is this, dude?
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, I guess I won't let anything kill me. Let's see.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Take what from you, bro? Let's see. The game will reset, will it?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Yeah, I've wanted to do this for a while anyways. Yeet.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
How did I survive that?
Can we please get back to the other room?
Let's see. I have no... Let's see, is he gonna object to this?
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
It's a very nice room.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
What happens if I stay here? It's not bad. What if I just kind of chillax with this omniscient voice? Who is this? Plot twist, it's me somehow. Namaste. Because I stay Nama, baby. Okay, I'm bored. I'd rather be typing than this because I'm not even thinking while doing this.
No, perhaps not.
Let's see. I can't use any of this stuff, can I? Damn it.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes, you are. I'd rather kill myself than be in your grasp. Like, seriously, this isn't living. This is fucking prison. Come on, I can't. There's no way I can survive a fall from that height. Let's see. I don't know how to play this. I don't know how to play this game because I've tried this twice already. I can't die. Does he agree with me if I start going back? So you go back to the room. No, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna keep doing that over and over again, yeah. If it makes him sad, then that's probably the way to progress through the game, because he's gonna get mad enough at me to, you know, I'm not being a good enough test subject or whatever.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess
Sucks
that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
See, if I do it one more time, will it end?
Is it over? It's going
That
to
time it
restart,
worked.
isn't it?
I just have to keep doing it over and over again. Oh my god. So is it gonna... I can choose a new route this time, maybe. There's different endings. I don't know how many different, but I imagine there's a few. Put on a sweater. Give me a second. Damn it, I burned through all my fucking weed.
Get the squish 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 squisher. Not the gosher, squish squish.
It's cold as hell out here. dog in it. Anyways, yeah, I was just getting high as hell, so now I am.
How
We
wonderful.
should make this interesting.
Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
What other endings are there, though? Ooh, this isn't... Ah, dang, it is locked. I'm just exploring at this point. Maybe there's a secret path, or... Wait, look at that, though. 425 is just right there. Kidding, it's not there. It's very
When
corporate.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's do the left door this time. I'll just disobey him at something else, you know? And of course, let's try every single door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Boom. Ooh! Here we go.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's nothing here. I sincerely doubt that.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Whatever,
reason
man.
to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, could I end my life here? I'm wondering. Okay, there's no gap in the railing though, so not really. I'm gonna go down. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see, fire hose. No. He's gonna tell me
But
off for doing
Stanley
this.
just couldn't do it.
Oh,
He considered the
car.
possibility of facing
Can
his
I get in
boss,
this?
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
How did
economy,
they get this
why
down
had he
here?
taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
Crazy?
co-workers
I was crazy
blinking
once.
mysteriously out of our distance in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
The
And at
hell?
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
A dream.
His co-workers weren't actually gone.
I don't know,
He
man.
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
This is kind of
He
meta.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still
Holy
not woken
crap.
up.
Okay,
How
yeah,
was
this
he
is...
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's a very good question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth
I've
was
never
that, of
had this.
course,
What the hell are they
this
talking
was not
about?
a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
What the fuck?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Wake up.
the press of the mattress on his back,
I've been in this
the
situation
fresh
like
air
a
of the world outside.
lucid
this
dream that I can't control.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
Wake up.
I
Wake
wish
up.
it to be over.
Wake up.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is a
I
call
am
out.
Okay.
This is creeping me out. God damn it. It didn't work.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh my god.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. That's it? That was weird. Oh my god. Dude, and like I said, I'm actually high right now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Okay.
decided to go
I'm
to the
convinced
meeting
there's at
room.
least
Perhaps
one
he had
more
simply missed a memo.
ending to this. I hope. Or wait, we can look this up. Let me just use my phone. Don't want to deal with my computer being my computer. How many endings does the Stanley Parable have? His numerous endings have 19 endings? What? 19. I have to get real creative here. I'm not finding a hell of a lot to vary.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
Okay.
He entered the door on his left.
I think we go left door again. Because that brought us some of the most interesting results of the playthrough. I have to think of subtle ways to...
Yet there was not a single person.
I'm not going to check
either.
the broom closet this
Feeling
time.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
do
up to
something
his
different.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
Our boss's
Stanley
office
walked
definitely
upstairs
has
to
something
his boss's office.
different. I guarantee it. Yeah, I never looked here. Yeah, what is this? Should be rich. Is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. That's very inspirational, and there's 2 cups and nothing else in here. I think that's kind of cool, though. I like that tidbit. I wasn't here last time. What's behind these? What the fuck? What did that panda do? Bro. Business strategy. Yeah, it's so real, dude. It's so real. There's that famous painting, the logo of the game. Ooh, it really is like Severance. Let's go down. We're not getting any commentary yet. That's very interesting. Let's go down. Vibing, baby. You can hear the guy humming. He's kind of like me. He's just vibing to the fucking music, bro. This is taking a very long time. What's that? Oh, nothing. How long is this going to take? I'm going to listen. Okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Oh. The fuck? That's it? Wait, up this time. Let's go up. Is this thing literally just a box that doesn't move? That's so okay, fuck you for that. I thought there was something there, but there wasn't. Ooh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, shit, what are we gonna do differently this time? Nothing over here, is there? Or wait, what is this? Okay, it's nothing. I think. That's the thing. I really don't know. This game is very strange. In a good way. Okay. Light coming from there.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. It's pretty obvious.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Let me guess, the hallway's never
The door
gonna end.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Well, long-ass corridor.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I'll take my chances. What is that, a giant fire pit? Giant fire pit? Wait, did that actually kill me? That actually killed me, didn't it? Or no. Or somehow I survived that. That's incredible. Oh
As the
shit,
machine
what
whirred
is
into
this?
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Why
Trapped
does-
forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Why do we have a
Perhaps his
gigantic
goal was
crusher
ultimately
thing?
lost, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Jesus Christ, how do I...
Well, Stanley,
No, how do I escape? How do I escape? Shit.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Who was that and why the... The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. Very philosophical of you. Okay, so these are actual credits. Is there anything I can do? I hope so. Turn all of them off. Credits to all those people. Something tells me if I go back to my workplace, it won't be quite the same though. Something's going to be different. The war zone. Oh my god. Okay. I'm crazy. Maybe it's the same image that was there before. I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you click for me? Can you check for me? Point to Stanley Parable HD remixes to win. These are screenshots of... Okay. The Office. Peak Show. Just restarts. That's very, very ominous. So a rat maze, looks like it. Zending model. Zending with their many iterations. This room just represents the fourth version of the ending. This is kind of cool, but how do I actually get out of here? How do I progress the game? Trailers. 2012? That's how old this is? I thought it came out in 2022. Okay, I need to find my way out of here. Okay. Do I have to restart the game myself? Is that what they're getting at? I think so. Begin the game again. Okay,
How
gotta
long was
make
I
more
sitting there?
choices.
Stanley
More
wondered to
choices.
himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, no, we're opening the closet door again. Where is that? Oh, damn it. I kind of like the concept of this game, though. It's like kind of a reflection of the doors closing as you make certain choices, you know?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
So make those
Feeling a
choices
wave of
wisely.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I like how the door got caught on me. It's very strange. Wait a second. The door got caught on me. What if I just...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You can't jump. I'm gonna go up again. Or, no. We know how that goes. Let's go down. Let's go down. Or maybe we should have taken the other door. That might have been a good idea.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously.
Let's see if, Is this high? The hell? It does not look like high. Looks like low. I don't know. Let's do the wrong door. Time is still passing, apparently, if you look at those clocks.
There's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
Okay.
We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
See, milk and coffee beans and stuff. I guess we have to look out for, common grocery store items. I don't remember exactly what that lady said. And also, she sounds like a... I don't know, she just talks like that, you know? White girls speak.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
I want to say at the bottom of that letter it says, "I'm so happy." I can't read the rest of it though.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, right. I don't think we have chosen this one yet. Let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I can go down or I can do this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just backtracked.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Damn it. This gets confusing. Okay, left,
All of his
right door.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Something deeper and something darker. What is it?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
What's darker
At this
about
point,
this room?
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I'm gonna stay here until you stop insulting me. Then maybe I'll consider moving on.
Stanley
all
sat
day.
around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Whatever.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. And so he detoured
Okay,
through the
back
maintenance section, walked straight
here.
ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
You're flipping through books right now, you
Let's see.
idiot.
We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Story. Oh no.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just had to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top, and it does it for me. That's really weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wonder if something is different if I go to the mind control room again.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Wait,
No,
what the fuck?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Oh no.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why
I
am
deleted
asking
it.
you? I'm the one who
Deleted
wrote the
it.
story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What the fuck? Okay, I have 3 more doors to explore. This is crazy. Okay, no, it's more back rooms now. There's so much new stuff. I wanna get as off track as possible.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay,
Perhaps he had
doors
simply
be
missed a
normal.
memo.
Please? What the fuck?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story
There's
is
nothing
back
else.
where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I have to go the other direction now. See, I always spawn like here, so maybe I really do have to go back to my office.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
What
Okay,
the
let's
fuck?
head back the other
Stop.
way and retrace our steps.
You can't retrace your steps when you go both directions on a trail or whatever. What the fuck? How? How?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah? No.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Let's go!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Oh, so
Some
what?
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
The Stanley
All right,
Parable
I've got a
Adventure
solution.
line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Unless it's just like...
follow the line. How simple is that?
Let me guess, the doors are still not going to be there. It's just going to end right there. Or go into a completely different room. And I remember seeing this, so we're finally getting to this section. Which is not part of the original story, but okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is literally Severance.
Cut the music. Go back
fuck?
and look at that fern.
Go back and look at that fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, fern, green, about 3.5 feet wide, three or 4 feet tall. Okay, looks like a fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No. We are lost forever. And forever will be lost. Oh no. He's gonna reset it again, isn't he?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
What am I supposed to be seeing?
Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, we're restarting again. And the line looks a little more consistent. Only a little, though. Okay. Stanley Parable Adventure line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? You say this direction. What does that mean? Oh. We're making choices here, though. I thought you were against that.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
I want the,
Use your imagination.
It's like
Whatever
Cube,
it might
but
be,
it's a
Stanley,
giant cursed
I'm
hallway.
ready for it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, no, not you again.
This is like
Stanley,
Half-Life looking
I'd
ass.
also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Well, you managed to paint that on the ceiling. That's pretty impressive, you know. This looks like school mascot, like, hallway decoration when you're in 7th grade. Oh, God. Doors.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so
All right.
I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
That is very strange logic. Okay. Oh God, what's this?
Oh, hold up. What's this?
The confusion ending.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Yeah, first
It's all
restart,
one
discover
giant
two doors,
ending?
first-
And we're supposed to
ending.
restart the
What
game
the fuck?
eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Yes.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted
Wall?
me?
What does that
Why
mean?
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I
better
won't
not, baby.
do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Yes.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Yes.
How would we even know? Will
Open the
someone
door, you
comfort us?
idiot.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite
This
sure
is
if we're in
absolutely
the
a story.
destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Okay, no more storyline.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Jeez.
meeting room.
No,
Perhaps he had
not
simply missed a
you.
memo.
Oh God. He forgot everything. He's gonna rediscover and like go fucking nuts.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe we go back to the mind control room? Sorry, I was not paying attention to the instructions, so we're just gonna figure it out. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Let's do the thing. I forgot what the
moment
code
he
is.
entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, yes.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
The open passageway. Please don't go crazy on me again, man. You're somewhat normal so far, and I like that. But it's gonna end at some point, isn't it? The story is gonna be stuck.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, come back to me, baby.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. did he have the strength to find out?
Am I doing this wrong? Employee observation protocol.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
No, dude. Come back to me. You are not okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well... dude,
no.
What's gonna happen this time?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Utterly blind to the world?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I think I'm doing it wrong. There's gotta be some special way to press these, right? None of those symbols mean anything to me. I know for a fact there is something up here. I had never noticed this before. What is this? Get us to 4. Wait, what happens if we just like press all the numbers in sequence? 0142. Wait, no, where's 1? There we go. Or 3, 5. This shit don't make no fucking sense, man. Let's see. 1, 2. Where's 3? 3. Come on. Where are you? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. I don't know when to use these hints, like all these really vague clues that this guy's given me. Are we gonna get the same ending again, or is it gonna like, are we gonna like fade out the blackness this time? My controls idle and awaiting input. Last time we turned it
and
off.
when at last he found the source of the root of... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's
Kinda
only
save
so
your
much
ass.
that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
How do I...
Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Okay.
But what precious moments each one of them is.
Green button,
More time
green
to
button,
talk about
green
you,
button.
about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Re-enter passcode.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's rich.
Blue.
I almost hate to see
Okay,
it
blue,
go.
blue, 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 blue.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Damn it.
You're
okay,
in for quite
he's getting to me.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Screw
so
you.
Can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end.
A big boom and then nothing? Yeah, like hell.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
I don't know, I want to be in the blast radius.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay. Well, that was intense. But I haven't restarted, or... Is it gonna restart again? Dude.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. Okay, let's just go right through. No broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
not
answer
my choice.
there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Wait. Fuck, what was the passcode? Two. Oh, right. Yes. It's already open. So I gotta go to the bathroom. There we go. Alright. Zoom. Let's see if I can get him to remember anything. I don't know. Because last time he seemed to be on his own trajectory. Loading screen changed.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, what if I play along but I delete it again? Will it be the same outcome where I just get to walk away?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I have the strength to find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
Is it going to be the same thing? Come on, be different. Maybe?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Dude, that
No
hurt. That
longer will
goes
anyone tell him where
hard.
to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What happens if I don't? Do I have to? What happens if I stay here? I'm guessing the ending will just be the same, though. I don't know.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I ended up happy. The end is never the end. Oh god, is this gonna be the same voicemail, or is it gonna be different? Let's see.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes. It's correct.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
The Future Happiness Foundation, and I'm getting cardboard boxes from them? Cardboard boxes? What good's that gonna do me?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I don't want the good ending yet. I want a screwed up, you know?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. What are you kidding? Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this again. Because I guarantee there's still some endings that we haven't found. Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
So he remembers how many times I've gone through that door, but not like the almost mental breakthrough he had. That's very odd. Very much a number 3 moment. And also, where's all my cardboard? Wait a second.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Maybe.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Maybe the cardboard will help.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Death is good. Did I die? Oh, Jesus.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I'm gonna see
Stanley
if this
can't
is
see
different.
the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay, I'm getting really confused. Okay, we're getting another phone call.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any Anytime you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
The phone was just a... It was fake the entire time. How many endings have I found, though? That's what I want to know. Let's see if I can just quit real quick and check in on Steam. I've only done 3 out of 10. Game started again. Beat the game. Is that beating the game? I want to see the other things. Click on a door 430 times. This is an achievement. I already did that one, I thought. 88888. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. Speedrun. Unachievable. And commitment. Huh. Well, I guess that's it. So, yeah, interesting game.